If you're a tree person, a tree surgeon, or have a tree business, or if you know somebody in the tree business, I have a bit of work here at home in my place that I'm going to need to be done. I'm hoping to get it done as soon as possible, but obviously there is the prohibition at the moment on cutting hedges and trees and so on for the environmental protection and the wildlife and the birds nesting and so on. So whenever you are permitted to work again, cutting trees, cutting hedges, I need someone to do a job for me here. There's a good bit of work, and the first thing is there's a screen of Leylandii trees all around the property, and in the last few years they've kind of got out of hand and they've got too tall. As a consequence of that, they have or are beginning to block out the light a bit, and I just want to get them trimmed down a bit. So you'll see down at the back there the Leylandii sort of screen fence around the place. It goes right around. I want to get that chopped down by about a foot, maybe even more, maybe 3 feet, maybe a yard. The other thing that I've noticed in the hedge down there in the Leylandii is that there's actually briars and thorns coming through it, and this is a new development. I'm afraid that if that continues apace, we're going to end up with a hedge of thorns, essentially a hedge of briars. So I want that looked at or dealt with as well. And if you look over here, you'll see what I'm talking about. These thorns are not really coming through the hedge so much as over the top of it, but the ones down the back certainly are. So you can see there. So that's one aspect of the job. The other aspect of the job is here at the front. I bought this place, I don't know, 25-30 years ago, and I planted a whole lot of little trees around the place. I never thought that they'd become that big or that strong, but unfortunately they have taken on a life of their own as well. So as you can see here behind me, there's trees there that have got much bigger than I would ever have wanted or anticipated. Here's another one here, and we've already cut this one down. Here's another one. This bloody tree gets massive, and you can see there it has a big trunk on it. This one here has a big trunk on it. But basically these trees here have got way too big, and they're blocking out the light from the house, and I want to get them dealt with as well. I want branches cut off significantly, or trimmed down, or taken out of it altogether, because we've plenty of trees around the place, and these are just getting so big that they're threatening to take over and block out the light. So that's the work. I'm perfectly happy to discuss it with you if you have an interest in it, or if you know somebody with an interest in it. I'm hoping that this video will help give you an idea of the work that's going to be involved. I will need a person who does know what they're doing in relation to the trees and trimming them and cutting them and so on and so forth. I did have somebody here last year, and they made a bit of a balls of it, quite frankly. I should have known the minute I should have known. Made a mistake. Anyway, it's not too late. There's work to be done. If you're into the trees, if you are a tree surgeon or have a tree business, then you may be interested in the work here. Getting paid will be no problem. I'll pay you, but I want the job done, and done well and done professionally, and I want that Leylandii hedge taken down by about a yard anyway. But as I say, I want these other trees, these other ones that have just got way too big and have taken on a life of their own and are threatening to dominate the whole front of the bloody house. I want them taken care of as well, so we need to discuss that. As I say, you may be in the tree game, you may have a friend or a neighbour or a relation or somebody, even somebody in your parish or whatever, who's in the tree game. I think it's not until September or October, I could be completely wrong, but I think it's not until then that you can actually tackle the likes of the hedge going around, but I'm not sure. But that's fair enough. I'm perfectly happy to wait, but I'd like to get somebody lined up in advance and know that the work will be done in September or October. I used to have a man coming every year to clip the Leylandii hedge, and he used to come every October and do it, and he retired there recently, so I need someone to take it in hand again and get it back under control. Thanks a lot for watching.